This is Art and Such, and this is part 1 of my rainbow tutorial for Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. Although he spoke the least in the movie, I think he might be my favorite character. He's just a really sweet guy. I'll tell you right up, I've got a bit of a cold from work, so if you hear sniffling or throat clearing, that is why. For this pattern, you can use any shade of brown. If you want to put some dark green in with some of your bands, with some of your sets, you can do that. I will be using black bands in the video, but I have small black beads for the eyes in this one, and that's fine too. One black band for the mouth. Just as we're going, you'll want to consider how many toes you want. You can have 3 or 4, and you can have your fingers this long or make them one shorter. So we're going to start. You'll need your loom in the offset position, and we're going to begin by making our arms and legs. I have one of each ready, and I'll make one with you and ask you to pause afterwards. So for our arms, we're going to come down the side of the loom with double or 2 brown bands. We're going to do this 8 times. And then let's take 2 sets of browns, of double browns, and put them on the side from the second center to the third center. Oh, we just need 1 set for the arm. We'll need 2 for the legs. No, hang on, that's right, we do want 2 for the arms. Okay, here we go. Like so. For our fingers, we're gonna take our bands and make this on the hook. You'll start with a single and wrap it 3 times around your hook. There's going to be 4 loops there. And then we'll be taking doubled over singles. So take your band, stretch it out, twist it over onto itself. This goes at the end of your hook, and you're going to push that first band over and place the other end of your doubled over single on. We're going to do this the second time. A single, twist it onto itself, placed at the end of the hook, and you're going to bring these bands over. And then we need 1 more of these. This will be 1 finger. We're going to make 3 altogether. And this is actually the most tedious part of the project because we're going to need a whole 12 fingers by the time we're done. So here's our second one. We're pulling it onto 3 doubled over singles. And we're gonna make a 3rd finger. Single wrapped 3 times. Hold on to 3 doubled over singles. We're almost done with our first hand. Alright, we have 1 more band to stretch out here, and this is going to be a last doubled over single. We'll put it on the end of the hook, and we're going to put all of the fingers on top of that. And just be careful you don't lose any of them. Put the other end on, and this will go onto that bottom peg of the arm. Now we're going to start to loop up straight. So find these first 2 bands from under the handpiece, and we're going to pull those up and over. And we're going to keep going until we reach that 4th peg from the top of the loom. From here, let's go to the side. So bring your band out and over to that center peg just above it. And we're going to loop up once on the center. And we'll continue to loop up the right side. And we're going to loop this back up and up, and take these two bands, or this set of bands off that center peg, put it over the top one, and we'll put this all onto our hook. Oops. So there is one arm, and you're going to need to stop for a second and get another arm ready. And we've made it a little thicker at the top to show the muscles. As soon as you're ready, you can come back and start on the leg. It's very similar. We're going to come down 9 times on the side. And these are double bands again. We're going to put one set of double bands down from the second center to the third center. And we're going to make our foot the same way as we made our arm. If you want 4, as I say, you can make 4. And you just want to make sure that your feet, your toes, are as long as or longer than your fingers. So I'm going to do the same size. I'm going to take a single, wrap it 3 times, and pull it onto 3 doubled over bands. And we'll repeat this twice. And this is the second one. And then we need one more and we can put them together. If you are a little bit faster than me here, what you can always do is start on the next set of fingers, or on your next arm if you have room on the loom, which you should on the opposite side. I sometimes jump ahead a little bit if I've got a part done already. Okay, here we go. Here are our 3 toes, and we're going to put them onto a doubled over single and add it to the bottom of our loom where that last peg has a band on it. You can see this isn't sliding nicely, so I just need to check that I have the right bands. There we go. And back on the loom. Okay, let's loop up by going underneath the toe piece and grabbing the first 2 bands, pulling them upwards. Bring this back around here. We're going to keep looping up until we reach the 3rd peg from the top. From here, let's come over to the side, to the center rather, from the side, and we're going to loop up either of these rows, both of these rows. And take both sets, put them on your hook. So get yourself ready with 2 arms and 2 legs. They're very long and floppy. They're kind of fun. And we're going to get our body together on the loom. We have 2 bands coming down the side from the top center, or the top center to the top side, and 2 to the other side. I think we'll just make the head and then we'll pause here. Let's go down 4 times in the center with double brown bands. And 3 times down either side with double brown bands. I have to check something in my camera settings changed, so I'm not sure how much time I've got on the video so far, and I know YouTube likes to cut me off at a certain point. We're going to put 3 bands for the neck, and I think I'm just going to stop here for a second. I will tell you what comes next for the body, and then I will meet you back. We are going to go down with 6 sets of brown bands in the center. Or sorry, 5 more sets. So that should take you to the 3rd peg from the bottom of the loom. And on either side you will have 2 bands coming down diagonally and 5 sets of brown. And I'll get that on the loom for you. I will meet you back for part 2.